Good afternoon, Colorado. Welcome to our Friday edition of What's for Lunch. I'm your host, Larry Hers, and today in studio, all the way from Littleton, Colorado, I have Tony with Palenque. Welcome.
Hey, how you doing, Larry? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Look at this display. I'm so excited. A great restaurant. I've actually been there, filmed it for restaurants near me, and had the molcajete there, had amazing cocktails. Before we get into him today and the restaurant, a little announcement. I'm starting a weekly segment on CBS starting tonight. Not national, not yet anyway. So CBS Local, look for me tonight. I'm on at 4:45 actually. A little 4 or 5 minute segment, and then it's going to be recurring every week. We're going to be highlighting restaurants around Colorado.
Congratulations.
Pretty
it's
neat.
Exciting. Very cool.
Give them a little history of you and the restaurant.
Sure. My name's Tony White. I've been part of Palenque since 2017. I worked there at our original location, which used to be over on South Broadway. Now we're located in downtown Littleton, but I started working there part-time, and then it quickly turned into a full-time thing for me. I really fell in love with the Mezcal program and the whole focus on it, and the owner, Brian Rossi, was a great mentor to me. He eventually sent me to Oaxaca after helping him run the business for about a year, and he paid for my plane ticket and got me an apartment. I worked at a Mezcal bar in Oaxaca for about a month, really immersed myself in that whole experience and brought back all that knowledge to share with the staff. So we do a lot of Mezcal staff trainings, throughout the year, and share it with the clients too. We're really focused on sharing the culture in an educated way, and learning there was really important for that.
Is the word Palenque, does it mean?
Palenque is the Spanish word for Mezcal distillery.
Okay.
So we focus a lot on agave spirits, mostly Mezcal, which is a majority of it comes from Oaxaca. But Mezcal in general is any agave spirit, and it comes from a lot of different parts of Mexico. Tequila comes from a certain region. Oaxaca is very famous for Mezcal production as well.
Well, it's Friday and I'm thirsty, so let's start drinking.
Gotcha, buddy. So I brought a few things. We're very close with the families that we work with. So Fortaleza is a long partnership with us. So I'm making us a Fortaleza margarita with our house-made simple syrup. Really good stuff. Just nice, simple. Margaritas aren't very complicated. You have really good tequila, good lime juice. We make our own simple syrup. That's kind of the gist. And we put a little tahini rim on it just to spice it up a little bit.
How long has Palenque been in business?
We opened in 2016, and like I said, on our first location, now we've been in downtown Littleton since 2017.
Okay, and what's the address in Littleton?
2609 Main Street. It's right in downtown Littleton, Old Town Littleton, right there on the corner. It's a big, cool, beautiful blue and maroon building, painted these cool colors. We have a cool mural on the side, so it's hard to miss. It was the old Merle's.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
And you have a good patio?
We have a killer patio. It's a second story patio.
Yeah,
and then in the
so
summer
cool.
we do like a ground level one outside. So
Salud.
salud, man. Happy Friday.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Usually I'm drinking by myself this time of the day, so it's nice that I'm not drinking alone.
It's that first one in the morning. It kind of clashes with the toothpaste, but it's okay.
That's absolutely incredible. I don't understand. Why is this so good? Is it the tequila?
It's the tequila. It's the good lime juice, and we make our own simple syrup. I can't tell you what we put in it, but it's not a whole lot. It's nothing fancy, but it's been voted the best marg in town.
You want a sip or not? That's what I'm offering you a sip.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of your camera, girl. What are the hours over there?
So we're open 7 days a week, and we open at 10 in the morning, and we close around 9 during the week and 10 o'clock on the weekends.
Okay.
We do brunch, we do lunch, we do dinner. We have specials every day of the week, Monday through Friday. Monday is molcajete Monday, so we have two versions today. We have our famous shrimp, steak, and chicken molcajete. We have a vegan version, and we do a seafood one with mussels and shrimp and white wine, garlic sauce.
So when you say
Molcajete Monday, those are discounted on Mondays.
Okay.
Plus we do 2-for-1 margs on Monday. Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Wednesday is Chimichanga Wednesday. Thursday is Tamale Thursday. And Friday we do a chef special. It's a scratch kitchen. Everything's made in-house. The only thing we don't make in-house are the tortillas, but those are made locally from a family, and it's an extremely important component to the flavor. You can really screw up a beautiful taco with a subpar tortilla. So we realize that's its own world, that's its own magic, so the family in Aurora does that for us. But everything else is made from scratch. The chef is from Oaxaca. All our friends in the kitchen are Mexicanos. So it's beautiful.
Let's start talking about what you brought me for lunch. I'm going to put
Yeah,
these over on the close-up for everybody to get a better look at and tell everybody what's inside this.
So this is our vegetarian molcajete. We're very vegan, veggie friendly down there. So this is a vegetarian base. It has an elote, which is the corn cob, roasted tomato, chayote, which is kind of like a squash that's very common in Mexico, sauteed green onions, shaved carrot, and a beautiful sauce.
And if this was at the restaurant right now, you'd be scorching
It's
hot.
scorching hot. We heat
Still
it up
pretty
here.
hot right here.
Yep. So the molcajete is actually the vessel, this lava rock bowl. And so in the kitchen, they'll put it on the burner for about 5 minutes, and it retains the heat for about 20 minutes. So it's boiling, bubbling hot as it hits the table. It's a famous dish. We've been really
You guys
a lot of reputation for
have
that.
absolutely one of the best ones.
Yep.
And you get an amazing cheese pull, too, for Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll get it today. I don't know if it's hot enough.
I
I'm going
wish
to try
we
it
could.
anyway.
A little bit, no.
No.
So that's panela cheese. It's this very soft cheese. It's almost the consistency of like a mozzarella. Like it's soft, and when it gets in like that bubbling hot broth, the whole idea is you mix it up. It's almost like a deconstructed hot pot of like a fajita mashup, you know? So it's bubbling, and the whole idea is you mix it up in there. There's grilled nopales, which is actually cactus. That's a very tasty vegetable component. The panela cheese, grilled onions, jumbo shrimp, carne asada, and pollo.
And it's
And the broth
it's
in
a
there.
ton of food. It's not meant. I don't think it's not meant for like 2 people at least.
I
right?
think if it, like a big trucker came in and he hadn't eaten for a few days, he could take one down. It's good for 2 people usually, and makes probably the best leftover scrambled eggs in the morning too.
Oh,
No joke.
Thought of that.
Yeah.
Look at this platter. All right, we'll start over here. It looks like this side quesadilla.
Those are birria tacos. We just started doing those about a year ago, and they've been a smash hit. You can't really go wrong with birria tacos.
Explain to them what for people who don't know.
Birria tacos are they're kind of like a fried tortilla. They're a little bit bigger than the street tacos, so they'll take like the actual barbacoa sauce and put that on the plancha, and then put the tortillas on it. So it's like kind of cooked and sizzled. It's not on the diet, but it's delicious. And then it's slow braised pork inside, and with the sauce, it's delicious. It's savory, it's crunchy, it's cheesy.
It's something that in my life didn't exist until like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah,
and
birria's
now it's
having a
everywhere.
moment. It's having a moment. Birria's a thing.
Okay.
Birria. So it's delicious, and they're a little bit bigger than our traditional tacos. So these are a little bit smaller. Today we brought down. That's the carne asada. That's the pollo, the shredded chicken. That's al pastor. That's the vegetarian one with cauliflower, dried raisins, spinach, and then the one in the back corner is the carnitas. We also have a lengua taco that's really good. Lengua is a beautiful meat. In the Western world, it's kind of, it's hard to sometimes for some people to dig it, but it's essentially, it's like prime rib. It's tender, it's marbled, it's juicy, it's delicious, it's good.
In my house, I grew up, I'm a Jewish kid from New York.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually always a tongue in my fridge.
Yeah.
Like a whole thing
Yeah.
with the curve, and my dad would just slice it up and put some mustard on some rye bread.
Beautiful.
A little different than how they do it in Oaxaca, I think.
So these are, like I say, and everything's made scratch in the restaurant. The sauces are incredible. There's so much complexity, so many ingredients that go into a simple sauce. It's definitely not like an afterthought. So like I said, we do the same protein components, same tortillas, just a little bit bigger for the enchiladas, but the sauce on top is really special. So on this plate, we have cheese enchiladas and a veggie enchilada, and topped on the close side is the chipotle crema, and the other side is a roasted tomato roja with queso fresco on top. And the chef is from Oaxaca. We have a huge mezcal collection. The Oaxacan anchor is a big part of our culinary program. So we have mole. Mole is a very prominent component in Oaxacan food too. It's in other parts of Mexico as well, but in Oaxaca it's a huge birthright. This is a major part of like the culinary identity.
Explain to them what mole is.
Mole is essentially like a thicker base of a sauce, and there's typically a couple dozen ingredients in it. It takes about a day or 2 to make, and every day that it's made, you have to kind of reactivate. You simmer it. There's famous restaurants and chefs in Mexico that have mole that have been continually fed for years. It's kind of a rare concept, but essentially when you make it, it'll last for a week or 2. You just have to heat it up every day. And so on this plate, we have 2 different moles. We have a mole rojo And then on the other side is pipián, which is made from ground.
This size mole too?
That's mole pipián.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's kind of a rare cut. There's about 7 famous moles, and pipián's kind of lower on the list as far as like the ones that have gotten the most recognition over the years. Everyone thinks there's just like the one mole, like the mole negro, like the chocolate sweeter mole. That's just one of 7. So we do that occasionally, like a chef special on Friday. Bon Veronica, she'll do a black mole. But these are 2 different moles. It's traditional food. It's traditional Mexican food that focuses a lot on Michoacan, which is some recipes from the original chef. And then Veronica, who's been our executive chef for years now, she's from Oaxaca. I live in Oaxaca most of the year, and it was an amazing experience to actually go back to her town. I went there last summer to visit her family. I met her mother, I met her brother, her family, and to have that connection that runs from Palenque in downtown Littleton to a small town in the mountains of Oaxaca was one of the most memorable things that's happened to me in my life, for sure.
Love it.
So it's all made from scratch, and so when you taste our food, you can bet it's all made from scratch. They get there 6 in the morning. We don't even open till 10. So they're crushing it before the sun comes up.
Do you take reservations?
We do. We do reservations. Like I said, we're open 7 days a week. We take reservations.
What's your website?
Except on Tuesdays. I don't believe we do reservations on Tuesdays because it's Taco Tuesday.
You
Is
guys
that
know.
right, Pam?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. What was that?
What's
The
your
website. So the website is Palenque, Palenque Cya, which is an abbreviation for Cocina Y Avageria. So it's way too many words for one URL. So we do palenquecya.com. We're on Instagram. Like I said, downtown Littleton. It's beautiful, man. It's a great
This
spot.
is like a really hard decision what I'm going to have for lunch today, but I'm starting with the birria.
Do it, man.
But I'm really intrigued by the cauliflower.
Yeah, it's
and
delicious.
raisins.
You know,
But I already dunked this halfway, so I'm going to dunk again.
Yeah, man.
I call this a Mexican French dip.
I don't disagree.
I mean, it sort of
Yeah.
is, right?
Or a French dip is a Mexican birria sandwich.
Could be. Pleasure to meet you. Thanks
too,
for coming
man.
in. You guys did a great job.
Thank you, guys.
Can't recommend this place highly enough. Great location. The vibe is amazing. The drinks and food are, and when you get the molcajete there and it's boiling hot, so good.
Yeah.
Everybody have a great weekend. Check me out on CBS tonight. Let's eat. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Chase it with some mezcal. We're good. Thanks, brother.
So good.